Welcome back, of course, to The Reset.
The Reset.
I'm Anthony Bailey, and we're having a great time here as always. So happy that you could join us.
And I'm Rici Bell. Thank you for joining us again. We missed you all last week, but we're back. And we've got something very special in store for you today.
Always some good topics and some good time going on.
Yeah.
And some fun trips. Maybe you can sprinkle in there a little bit, because I'm a music lover. So
yes,
we got to chat about that a little bit.
Absolutely. So guess what, folks? Today, we are going to talk to one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. And I'm not saying that just because she's sitting next to me. I'm saying that because it's true. She's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. And she is an amazing wife and mother and friend and sister and boss lady and businesswoman and content creator and all the things, okay? Can you all help us welcome to The Reset Adrienne Romero-Williams.
Hey, welcome, Adrienne. So happy to have you on.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And God, those are some nice things.
You're a nice person. Here's the thing, Anthony. It's easy to talk about good people.
That's true. Because it comes from the heart.
Absolutely.
Very genuine.
It's so easy to talk about you and to brag on you. So
I appreciate that.
Not just people who are like trying to buy a house, because she also she'll tell us a little bit about that. But like it's not just because you help people buy houses and all the other things that you help them do, but it's just your heart has always been just amazing. And so
I try. But that's actually the easiest part of me. My heart. I just love people. I love people. I want people to be happy. That's just my thing.
And it's genuine too. That's why we've been friends for so long. I'm not going to tell you how long.
Yeah.
Because we can But yeah.
A lot longer than both of you guys look, apparently.
Thank you. But yes, you're talking about your heart. Tell us more about your heart and like where do you get that from? Like tell us a bit about your story.
Okay, so gosh. Well, first, I have to say it starts, and it's not always a positive beginning, but it starts from two divorced parents. Two parents that were divorced. And so growing up, going back and forth, my dad was always in the picture, so it didn't really seem like he was absent. I had love from both of them.
Yeah.
But he was big on, if you're wrong, admit when you're wrong and, talk about it and say that, maybe you messed up and try to fix it.
Accountability.
Exactly, accountability. And I think, that's just something, I don't want people to feel sad because of me. I don't want to, say something wrong and then it's taken the wrong way. I always try to fix that. But other than that, though, a little background about me is, we worked together at Men's Warehouse. That's how we met.
Shout out to the Men's Warehouse.
Many moons ago. Yeah.
Nice.
That was like 98, 99. So I am going to date us or age us,
98.
whatever.
I just graduated from high school.
Yeah.
Edison High School, go Tigers. Yeah. 1998.
Yeah, and so that's where I was blessed with meeting Rici. But yeah, and you brought so much out of me, by the way, but we won't go. That's a whole nother talk. Yeah, we got to let Anthony be in this too. So.
Yeah, seriously. No, don't mind me at all.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so after that, I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do or where I was going to go. I think at the time, you could do the math. I think at the time I was like 22. But from there, I kind of tried different things. I worked at PG&E. I went to the police academy. I was on a morning show. And then I ended up meeting my husband, a month after moving out of town. And so came back into town, worked at a bank as a teller.
Wow. And
this is how I started in mortgage business. A gentleman walked up to my station and he was making a large deposit. And, not only do I have a big heart, but I'm also nosy.
The good kind of nosy.
Yes,
the good kind of nosy. There's a bad kind of nosy. Adrienne's the good kind of nosy.
Yes.
Thank God.
Because I was like, that's a big check. I said, what do you do? And so he told me what he does. He's actually in the mortgage business. And he said, I'm actually opening an office here in Fresno, if you're looking to, move or make a change. and
Networking.
it was kind of weird, kind of, iffy because I don't know you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just know you have a lot of money.
Yes. So I was kind of like, okay. So I went home, talked to Joe about it, and Joe's my husband now. And
Shout out, Joe.
Yes.
We love you, Joe.
And so he was kind of iffy too because, we're in this corporate world,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I talked to him some more, the guy who came up to the counter, and I ended up doing it. I ended up, moving into mortgage. And he worked out of a garage in his house. That's how he started. The office wasn't there. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was all guys. Okay, so imagine being Joe. I'm going to this guy's house with all guys,
In the garage.
and doing that. So again, kudos to Joe because
Yeah, he was secure.
Yeah.
that's a big
yeah.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so then I started as a loan processor there, and then fast forward 16 years later in operations, I decided, why don't I make good money and why don't I try it? And but you're so comfortable, like I said, in this corporate world that you're gonna get a check. You're gonna, and that's
It's
how I
predictable.
was.
It's-
Yes, that's exactly how I was. And so after, I ended up getting my license during COVID because what else were we doing at home?
Right.
Okay. So I ended up getting my license. And then after that, I would do one loan here and there. I knew a lot of people and everyone knew that I was in the business. But I still stayed behind the desk. And after closing a few loans, I was like, wait a second. I'm spending 160 plus hours behind the desk making someone else money when I can have much more freedom with my kids, their sports, and so that's how I got to where I am today. Eventually, probably about 6 months to a year later, I switched to sales full time, and that's where I'm at.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Adrienne, quick question for you.
Yeah.
I follow this financial planner, shout out to Carter Cofield, who talks a lot about this getting out of the golden handcuffs. That steady paycheck that's going to come in and being able to step out on your own and the courage to do that in order to make those next financial steps of freedom, financial freedom.
Yes.
What was the thing that let you know that, hey, I can take that first step out into the water and not drown?
I think I believed in myself. That's what it was. I believed in myself because I knew what I knew as far as operations goes. 16 years, I can close a loan like this.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? I have the hustle. I have the knowledge. I have the heart. Why not?
That's so good. Can
And
we put that
I
on a
love
t-shirt?
that.
Hustle,
Yeah.
knowledge, heart. Why not?
Yeah, that's actually great.
Girl,
Hustle, knowledge,
talk.
heart.
we need to hang out
Why
more
not?
often.
Real
We need
talk.
to
Put that on a
everything.
t-shirt.
Yeah. Yes. So that's what I.
Wow.
That's and it's funny because I don't really ask myself that, and I don't really talk about this stuff and what got me here and why am I here. I don't really talk about that. So thank you for asking me that because it's good to know.
And people at home that are listening to this,
Right.
they may be on the verge of doing something like that,
Right.
and they need to hear from
Right.
somebody that
Yeah.
that the little
Right.
push. that
Absolutely.
little push to
Absolutely.
go.
And it's so easy for us to automatically go to the negative. Oh, it's not going to work out. Here are all the reasons why it's not going to work out.
Yes.
And it sounds like you set yourself up to succeed and you said, here are all the reasons it will work out.
Yeah. And plus, honestly, I mean, I'm married with 2 kids in travel sports. What was my other option?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't
Right.
fail.
Right.
Like this,
Right.
I
can't
need to,
fail.
Yeah.
I
have
can't fail.
to.
That's another t-shirt.
Yeah, hey, travel,
I can't fail.
Travel sports in itself, though.
Yes.
That's the
Again, that's
motivation
another,
you need.
that's another podcast. There's
Right.
so many things to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
My God,
Right,
just the
right.
sheer time demands, not to mention the financial demands. on
Right.
that.
Yes. Yes.
That's I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, Adrienne. Yes, you're speaking about your own personal story and what it took for you to take those steps forward in the business world, but I feel like what you just said translates into general life. There are people who are watching, who are listening right now, who are trying to start over. They feel like they need to start over. They want to start over, but they don't really know how. What would be maybe 2 or 3 things for people to do? Mindset shift, whatever. What are those 2 or 3 things that people need to do in order to start over, to take that leap of faith, going from the bank teller to somebody's garage? What are 2 or 3 things?
Start over in life, or starting over?
Start over in life.
In home ownership.
In life. In life.
Okay. So I think in life, well, first you have to believe, because starting over is scary. It's very scary, but yet it's a gift also, because you're starting over. But you're starting over with experience.
Yeah. Not from scratch.
And I just gave myself goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because think about Men's Warehouse at 22.
Yeah.
And everything, you know most of what I've experienced in life.
Right.
So everything that went from there to now.
Right.
This Adrienne.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. So if I'm starting over now, yes, it's going to hurt, and I'm going to be sad, and that's okay to cry.
Right.
But after that's done, be happy that you don't have to experience what you did before.
Yeah.
And now you have the experience to shape a better life for yourself.
Yes. That's so good. My best friend, she lives in LA. She lives in LA. Shout out Alexis Comier. She is a volleyball coach. She coaches at the junior level, so everybody from age 6 to 22. And in the volleyball world, you know this. Your daughter plays volleyball. They have this concept called resetting. So there's a bad play. You can stay stuck in that bad play, or you can reset. Right. And resetting means take a step away from the court, grab some water, breathe. Focus on what can be next, what can happen next, get back on that court and go again, start over. So you're leaving the past play in the past. So, and you're starting over. And I think a lot of times we get caught up with like, oh, I have a bad life. Really, it was just a bad play. Walk off the court and reset.
Yeah, the main thing is learning from it.
Learn from it.
Yes.
Learn from it. I won't make that same mistake.
Again, yeah. No, that's huge. That is a huge
and you have to believe also, like how we said earlier, we think about what's the worst that can happen. I can't make it, but change the mindset. What's the best that can happen? Right. You actually succeed.
Yes. What if it does work out?
Yes.
Yeah. What if it does work out?
But how did you do that? How did you flip your mind around to think that way?
It took time. And and I'll be honest, there's times now to where I'm like, should I go back to a regular 8 to 5 job?
Yeah.
I mean, the market is crazy, but the market is doing what the market does. So it's either sink or swim, and I just have to keep telling myself. I have to keep reassuring myself. I have to keep believing in myself. I mean, I am no different and no better than anybody else. I still have
question for you on that.
Challenges.
What scares you the most? What's the biggest fear that you have? In the scene, in the environment that you're in right now with work and the markets and things like that?
There's several fears. Of course, failing. Yeah. Losing my kids, not being able to play sports, not being able to have the lifestyle that we have now.
Shout out Brooklyn and Santana.
Yes, and I create a lot of content. So it's hard to not think, well, what is that person going to think of me by posting this? And it took a lot of vulnerability to be able and just let it out.
Just start. Just start. Just go.
You have to just let it out. We
had that conversation recently about just kind of getting things up there. Speaking of social media, I mean, your following has definitely grown. When did you see that trajectory? When did it start to really take that rise that you're seeing now?
So I saw it in I've probably been creating content maybe, I want to say 3 to 4 years now. And at first it was very challenging. Because to me, I have a deep voice. And so when I hear myself on video,
you feel like you have a deep voice.
My voice
I don't feel like you have a deep voice.
Anthony has a deep voice.
Okay, but you're a man. Okay, so this girl made me get into choir, okay?
I sure
At
did.
church.
Soprano or
I
alto?
sure did. Alto.
Okay.
Okay, there we
This
go.
close to a tenor. but
Go ahead and
no,
sing something real quick.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Hey,
no,
let's have-
I'm
we got
not
time for
singing
that.
anything. No.
We got plenty
I
of time
basically
for
lip
that.
sync. No.
So yes, you were in the
Yeah.
choir, and then
Yeah,
what?
it was
Hey, I
like-
look cute in the outfits, and I rock the way everybody else is rocking.
Right.
Yeah, that was it. No, but I was just gonna say I was definitely not a soprano. But when I listened to my voice on video, and that was a hard thing to swallow
Yeah.
because it was I sound like that.
But we're so critical of ourselves.
Yes,
though.
Yeah.
yes.
We are
true.
our greatest critic,
Yeah.
and we critique because we care. But sometimes it could fall in the area of self-deprecation.
Yeah.
And we just have to be careful,
Yeah.
right? There's a fine
because
line.
you can get totally swallowed into that and then
Right,
just
right.
stop. And that's
Absolutely.
what a lot of content creators do. They
Yeah.
post a few, even with podcasts. They post a few and then it's like, this is too much work.
Yeah.
And they lose the belief in themselves.
Or they get one negative comment
Oh yes.
amidst 700 positive comments, but it's
Yes.
that one that
Yep.
stands out, and it's
Yep.
that one that ends up popping their balloon,
So true.
like on the dating show, pop, right?
Yeah.
How do you handle that? The negative criticism, the negative comments.
Well, in the beginning, there was a lot of negative comments, and that's actually in the beginning is when my followers went up. Lately, it's been kind of steady. Yeah, and to be honest with you, I wish it was a little bit less because sometimes I want that smaller community.
Interesting.
I want it to be more personal. Sorry, my mom's calling. But yeah, so in the beginning, there was this one. This is my favorite one that
Oh,
sticks to me.
gosh.
Okay, I made a video talking about how you can buy 2 homes, whatever, talking about homes. Someone put in the comments that I should buy an iron because my shirt was a little wrinkled or something on there was
Oh,
wrinkled.
are you kidding
Yes,
me?
yes,
Oh.
and it
the
didn't
internet
crush
has
me.
no
You know,
choice.
they
But
could have
still.
said worse.
Yeah, but
But
still.
it was, you get those
Those
little
digs.
things. Yeah, but the ones who are talking are the ones who aren't doing.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
There's your T-shirt.
There's
right there.
another T-shirt. Like we got
Yeah.
3 T-shirts out of
Yeah.
just right now.
I
The
love it.
ones who are talking are the
Yeah.
ones who are not
So
doing.
true. That is so true.
Whoa.
It's true. It's true.
Whoa,
Because
whoa,
if
whoa.
they were really doing, they really wouldn't have the time to stop
Right.
And talk-
and
yeah.
criticize what you're doing.
Right. And you see another thing that you see a lot of is you learn a lot of is, from your close circle.
Yeah.
And
I personally have learned a lot from you.
yeah.
Those that are
Well,
honest
you
with
learn who your support is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Who's really
Yeah.
there for you,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
just giving you lip service.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and then you also have to realize too that there are those who are with you, but they're not for you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're with you.
They're with you as long as you're like this.
but they're not for
Yeah.
you.
That's
Oh yeah,
deep.
we can hang out, we can go out and we can do it, but they're not really for you.
Yeah.
They're not. They don't really have your back the way that you would have their back.
Or at least
They're
they don't want you to get in front of what they're doing. Like,
Right.
you can't be more
Or
successful
ahead.
than what.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Is
Yeah.
that a whole nother podcast
Yeah,
episode?
it is.
Yeah, and you
should tackle
can,
low-key.
So we've got like 4. Okay.
Right,
so-
Wow.
But yeah, no. There's just so
No, so
much
true.
you learn, and it's hard because it does mess with your head.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
does,
Yeah.
especially when the people are close to you.
Yeah.
That-
and you expect. I think we expect people to treat us the way that we would treat them.
Oh, I saw
Like,
that
I-
posted a couple of weeks
Yeah.
ago.
And I get in
Somebody
trouble
said
with that
don't.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like Rici expects Reese's.
Yes.
Yeah.
That and it's just not gonna. I set myself up for heartbreak if I expect everybody to be like
Yeah.
me towards me.
So
But
I saw
the way that I
that
am towards
posted. I saw something similar to that posted on Facebook. I'm on all the platforms. So
Yes, he is.
don't message me and be like Facebook is for a certain generation because
Listen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm on-
across all the platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that posted, and it was very timely for some things I was going through that time, and it really hit home. I was
Yeah.
like, that's kind of deep, and it changes your perspective. It,
It
also
does.
changes how much you allow of your
Right.
window of your day.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to shrink that
Right.
time where you allow
Right.
people to access you.
Right. I
to be
I
available to
literally.
them, you know?
And yet that's where I struggle with. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. This is
That's-
good.
Yes.
That's where I
Yeah.
struggle with, because I want to help everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to
To succeed.
and to win.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even with my buyers,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm calling you on the weekend. The weekend? I'm here for you. Like, call me.
And she really,
No
that's
way.
literally her life.
I
That's,
love that.
Yeah.
But I also let them know that if I can't answer, if I'm with my kids and we're in the thick of something,
Right.
I'll call you back.
Right. Right.
You
right,
know,
right,
I have to prioritize that.
Right. Absolutely.
While
Absolutely.
you're
Yeah.
there, let's put a pin in so people understand what you do. Give
Okay.
us a scope of who you help with the homes and how you do the loans. Is it like residential, commercial,
Right.
multifamily, single? Like, what's the scope of what you do?
So basically, I change people's lives.
Yes, you do.
My main thing is to help someone believe in themselves when it comes to homeownership.
Okay.
I grew up in East Fresno, and I wasn't around a lot of money, and I didn't really know much about homeownership.
Right.
And my parents owned a home, but we didn't talk about it, And so once I really got into mortgages, my passion became educating, which pushed me to do the content because there's so many people like me who don't know.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And if I can empower them
Right.
to, I can get. This is going so many different ways.
So good though. It's all good. It's all
And
good.
and all relevant.
So as far as the posts go, I may not get a ton of likes, but if that one post resonates with that one person and it changes them,
That's right.
just give me one like.
Right. And
That's
they're now a homeowner, and they're
Yeah.
now changing the trajectory of their family and generations to come.
Yes, yes. And I have friends who I went to high school with, and they're so embarrassed. They're embarrassed because of their credit. They're embarrassed because they're barely getting a house. And I said, you know what? Life happens.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Life
Yeah.
happens.
Life
and
be
you are,
lifing.
yes, you are
Yeah.
on your time.
That's right.
My mom is 75 years old. She bought her first brand new house at 71.
Wow.
Yeah, I understand.
There
That's
is no
so
time limit.
encouraging.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so encouraging.
Yeah, there is no time limit. And then I also have people who buy homes who are like their education, their job history is school. So to answer your question, Anthony,
Yeah.
I help everybody from first-time buyers. I help investors.
And you are about helping the people to get the loan to
Yes.
buy the property.
Yes.
That's the cog in the wheel. That's like the spoke that you play in
Right.
the whole
Yes, I help with the financing, the mortgages. Yeah, and so many people think it's so hard to buy a house. Honestly, it's probably easier to get a house than a car. Like,
Wow.
where have you lived 2 years? Where did you work for 2 years?
Wow.
What bank do you bank at?
Okay.
Oh, your credit is decent. You have a little 401k. Oh, your grandma's gonna give you $10,000. You're a
Shout
buyer.
out to the families where the grandmas can give them
Right.
They're there. They're there. Yeah, they're there. But I mean, there's
So
just
it's
so many
easier than
programs.
people think.
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
easier than people think. Some people will come to me, I have no money. Okay, well, show me what you have.
Yeah.
Show me what you have, and
Let's
that's
make
the
it work.
hardest. That's the hardest part is for buyers is making that first phone call. Make the phone call because
Just
you
start.
will never know.
That's it. Honestly, yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know, and majority of the time, I'm so glad I called. Because they don't know, and so many people are worried
Yeah.
about their credit, and my
That's gotta
credit
be
sucks.
so rewarding.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that
I just
feeling
love it.
of the
Yeah.
closed letter coming in, and
Yeah.
okay, you guys are gonna go to escrow in 60 days or whatnot. I mean, what was that first one like?
First one, okay, wait, like
I
2005.
got it
first
closed.
one?
Like 16 years ago.
I got this person their loan. They're
16
going
years
to buy
ago.
a house now.
Oh, it's
The
being in
gratification.
operations then and doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
because I was the point of contact. From when I first got started. They come in, they give you a hug, you give them a hug, and like you just build this relationship
Yeah.
that they're so thankful, but they don't realize that I'm thankful. Like I'm thankful for you trusting me and for allowing me to be part of your journey.
Yeah.
It's such a big deal. Like I love it.
Yeah. I remember I had my my first child, and I won't tell you all the details to that, but I remember the nurse. I remember the nurse, Summer Gilstrap. Shout out Summer if you're still around. She will forever be a part of my journey.
Wow.
Because I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could push. And she looked at me in my face. Yeah. She got this close to me in my face, and she said, "You were created to do this. Now push." And that baby came out so fast. I will never forget Summer Gilstrap. My oldest is 19 years old.
Yeah.
I feel like you're the Summer Gilstrap for a lot of people. You're the one, you get in their face, and they're like, "I can't do this. I can't buy a house." And you get in their face and you say, "You were created to do this. Now push." Yeah. And then boom, here's their home.
Yeah.
And then 19, 20, 30, all these years later, they're still able to look at that house, look at that baby, and just be like, yes, admire the baby, admire the house, but also remember, Adrienne told me that I could push.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's a compliment. I love it. Oh! And it's true. And I don't sugarcoat. That's
because it's hard for some people, though.
Yeah, because a lot of people will feel scared and hesitant. Yeah. And then they'll talk themselves down.
Yes, I can't push. I can't push. Yeah. I can't push. Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? And they'll start to stress out. And I'll tell them, once you see me stress, then start stressing.
Right. Yeah. Until then, though,
yeah.
You know,
until then, just give me what I'm asking.
Right.
You can provide it. So just get it to me, and we'll keep it moving.
Okay, couple of quick questions for you. You got a couple minutes before we wrap up.
Okay.
For folks at home that are thinking about this, that you have now encouraged, talked into taking that first step, what are like 2 or 3 things that they need to be working on now if they want to buy next summer? Like if summer 2026 is the goal, what do they need to do today to start?
Okay, so the first thing is to call a lender.
Okay.
Because if 2026 is your goal, you could be ready now.
Wow.
So call the lender.
Yeah,
call the lender and see where you stand. See where your credit's at. Nobody's perfect. So, I mean, we go as low as 580 FICO score. Wow. Of course, we like 800s too, but you can do it.
Shout out to those with 800s.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we're out there.
I love that.
But
I love that.
That's the first step is, you know, like a lot of people think, okay, I'm not ready yet. I have to wait for a year. I'm going to wait for rates to drop. I'm going to, you know, okay, well, guess what? When rates drop, purchase prices go up.
Oh, I can attest to that.
Yeah.
I was in the housing market. We closed on our house a year ago, last June.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it was thick.
you can't wait until, because, you know, woo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the perfect time is when you're ready.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If the payment makes sense, then now is your time. That's good. Real estate is going to always go up and down. It's always going to go up. You can buy and then the value goes down. Well, guess what? Just buckle up and hold on because it's going to go back up.
Okay.
What's the second thing we need to know?
That's good.
Okay, so after that, stay at your job.
Stay at your job. Don't move.
Or, you know, if you're going to, I mean, at least have a job. That's the main thing, you know, like we see that sometimes too, you know, but it works out. And cash.
Number 3 is have some cash.
Put the cash in the bank. No. People like to take all their money out and keep it at home. That's one thing. And there's so many different things that I could say that can prep you for buying a house. But something like that, like I have a buyer now. Her and her husband, once they get paid, they leave money in there for the bills and they take it all out. So, but a lot of people are afraid of that too. With banks and stuff.
Right.
But put it in there. Let it stay in there, you know. But the main thing is, Anthony, to answer your question, get with the lender because we can look at the credit and say, okay, well, maybe if you paid this down, your score will go up. Or maybe if you paid this off. Or your credit is too little. Maybe get added as an authorized user to help your score get up. Of course, there's things to that too. So if you don't want to talk to me, just don't get added to anybody's card.
I love this. This has been a powerful half hour. We're going to see if we could talk Adrienne into staying on for another session because there's a couple other questions we really want to get answered. But we are up against the clock, of course. And as always, we do have some great guests in, really giving some really good content. So we're going to see you all next week right here on the Reset.
Thank y'all for joining us. At the end of the day, we just want to know, are you okay?